there are things you've never done in your life, but you figure must be at least pleasant, like therapy, or pedicure, or full body massage.
Didn't you rap about being in therapy on Maps? Or was that a made up story?
No. Look, the line is
Tupac with the press juice and therapy Tuesdays too. It's a lot of shit Negroes shoulda did. Not saying I do.
No hey. Don't say hi.
We'll say hi.
I'm Fielded. I'm a musician, producer, vocalist, aesthetician, and today we're going to be interviewing the infamous Billy Woods while I give him a facial.
I'm Billy Woods, and it is raining. I am a rapper, and more importantly, I sometimes am allowed to do songs with Fielded. My skincare routine, on the road, I'm a connoisseur of hotel lotions. Sometimes you win big, sometimes you strike out.
I met Woods because I cold emailed him about collaborating. He immediately asked me to be on his album. And then I think a year later, I was on the Arm & Tammer album. And a year after that, I was signed to Backwoods.
Where's my croissant? Today I'm gonna get a facial. Should be interesting since no one can see my face. On a serious note, did you actually get a croissant or?
With Woods, I'm using a lot of natural ingredients because he has very sensitive skin. So we used some aloe, there was lavender, avocado, kale.
Curly kale? I thought better of you.
Oh, give me a fucking break. It was what was at the bodega. Spinach, definitely a little rosemary in there. I tend to combine the two worlds in my own facials, like make it clinical, but also keep it as natural as possible.
The premise of cantaloupe and honeydew is flawed from the beginning to me. They're like neutral flavor. They're not like sour or sweet. They're kind of austere.
Beard care. Have you ever thought about that?
But I just feel like you're either a man who brushes your beard or you're not.
I don't know how I feel about a brushed beard. How did you meet Elucid? And how did you start writing for Arm & Tammer?
I met Elucid at a show, just like you did.
It's a pretty vulnerable thing to ask an artist to like start a project. Like, is the whole, or was it him who was like, yo, we should collaborate?
No, you know that was my idea.
Why do I know it was your idea?
Chaz moves off of the moment and energy. I'm more the sort of person who's like, I sense an opportunity here. Mm-hmm. He is a type of artist who'd be like, oh, I was in the studio just making things. Are you like that?
If I'm making a song, I have an entire project in mind. Are you somebody who's like, I have a whole vision for something?
Most of the time, if I'm working on something with some type of a purpose or idea, sometimes I'm thinking it's one thing and then it turns into something else. Mm-hmm. But I really am not just making music and seeing what happens.
Tell me about the beginning of your journey.
Like in terms of being an artist myself?
Yeah.
In the DC area, I didn't know anyone trying to be a rapper. And then when I came to New York, that's when I really met some underground rappers.
Yeah.
The style and everything was shit that I just had not been exposed to. You know? What was the start of Fielded?
Fielded started as a noise project.
When are we getting the Fielded Noise album? I'm here for
They're
this.
out.
I'm
I mean,
serious.
they exist somewhere. There are tapes somewhere.
Man, we gotta get Chaz on that. That would be crazy.
I feel like Chaz would fuck with my early stuff. I really didn't start using my voice the way I use my voice now until like 2012. That album, 90-30-30.
People love that record.
What's like your favorite song that we've collaborated on?
I remain amazed at the fact that Windbreaker came out the way it did. That is one of the more serendipitous creative experiences I've had with anybody, including Chaz or anything like that, just because it was so specific.
Yeah.
And what you did was so right in line with what I was doing, with zero communication about it.
Yeah, I got somebody coming for me in the night.
Since you run a label, you must have so many artists reaching out to you all the time. Like, what is your advice to them?
If you are aiming for mainstream pop success, probably you should ask someone else. I always just had a thought about that's what perhaps I'll leave behind that'll be most valuable.
Yeah, I agree.
So if you want to be able to make the sort of art you want to make and not necessarily have to answer to other people, it helps not be depending upon it for your financial well-being or your survival or anything like that. You could be making something great and meaningful, and it may not be appreciated by many people in your time. But I never had the expectation that, like, if people didn't like it, it wasn't good.
It was extra hard on myself for most of my career, and just like honestly going to esthetician school and moving out of the focus of music is like, it needs to like support me. I feel so much less pressure now. Plus One is like the first album I've made, maybe ever, that I just really enjoyed the journey because I wasn't responsible for everything. And it is really nice to step back and just focus on the vocals and the lyrics, which who knew? I mean, you knew. Wow. I just have to say, your skin feels amazing.
Nice.
And it's so sad that nobody can see it. Nobody can see the job I've done on your beautiful skin.
That's the best part. A great reveal.
Ain't that the way it is? True love or a true game?
There was weird little like demi balconies under the top floor windows up there. So strange. I wonder what they were supposed to be for.